Welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. I'm Ramon Roan.
My name is John Singletary.
And we'd like to first thank you for watching this video, and also we'd like to thank you in advance to subscribing to this channel. Our mission is to reform our justice system. Our justice system is unfair in and of itself, especially to those people of color. The title of this video is Your Support of Black-Owned Businesses. John, I read recently that the black dollar makes up, our black spending power is over $1 trillion. In fact, in the upcoming year, in 2015, it'll be $1.1 trillion.
That's more than most countries have to spend.
Exactly. The spending power. However, we only make up, I believe, in black businesses, we only make up around 5% of the black business nationwide. 5%. And so what we need to do, we need to put our resources into our black businesses. $1.1 trillion is a lot of money that can do a lot of things, that can also employ a lot of people. But we're spending our money on the companies that don't hire blacks or hire a small portion of blacks.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to change that. We need to unite. We need to unite our dollars and our dollars in order to improve our black community.
We oftentimes, as soon as we get the dollar and we spend it in a business other than a black business. Now, it's difficult to try and spend every dollar that you have with a black business. But the majority of your conscious decisions to spend money, if you can spend it within your own community, if you can spend it within your own race, then as a whole your race does better, because you'll hire more of your own type people. When that dollar recirculates, and it recirculates in your community, then that means there's more summer jobs, more regular jobs. For the people within your community, that means a better quality of life, dealing with education, dealing with the type of home you buy, the type of upkeep you're allowed to do on your home based on your discretionary spending. So all around, if you can recirculate money within your own community, again, we talked earlier about being independent. That's what you're building. You're building some type of independence, and then eventually you can have black banks, you can have black hospitals, the things that are necessary for you to live within a community. And then after you've got a stable system where you can literally take care of yourself, then it's time to interact with those outside of your race, so that you can come to the table with the mutual understanding that I'm coming not begging for you to take care of me. I'm coming to say, hey, listen, let's get together and do something that's beneficial for both of us. Just like a marriage. You know, you can't take an individual who is not able to take care of themselves and then hook them up with someone, because then that person has to take care of them like a child. You want two people who are independent, who can exist on their own, but together they pool their resources and now they can do better together. And it's the same with our communities. We need to be independent, and then from our independence it gives us the strength and the basis to interact with someone else for something that's in a mutual beneficial situation.
Well, when you are independent, as far as financially independent, other people deal with you differently.
Of course.
They deal with you differently. And so right now the black economy, we're not being dealt with fairly as far as government contracts or even privately owned contracts. But when you have stability as far as independence is concerned, then you have you can sit at a table. You can sit at a table instead of getting the crumbs from the table.
You're not coming looking for the handout.
No,
You're coming looking for a business opportunity.
There's an opportunity, right?
And if I'm at the table and someone's coming and I know that they're looking for a handout, then in the event there is a good business opportunity, I have to give up less to them because I understand that they're only coming looking for a handout.
Right.
And so I'm not willing to share as much with them. And that's the position that we put ourselves when we go to the table, when we refuse to continually support our own black businesses, when we continue to refuse to recirculate money in our own community.
Well, what it would help is that it helped the unemployment rate for the black community, especially our young people, and not only young people. I like to think about the youngs from 16 to 19, but also for our college, people that are going to college and the college graduate, they need jobs. And when they graduate from college, they need to be employed, and especially employed in the field that they went to college in. But $1 trillion can go a long way in the black community.
Yeah, we simply have to change our mindset.
Yeah, we have
to change it. We've got $1 trillion that's recirculating or circulating through our communities. Let's recirculate some of that in the community before we hand it out to some other business.
And if I may, John, we're not, just because we're pro-black doesn't mean that we're anti-white or anti-Hispanic or anti-anything. It's just that we see there is a problem in the black community and we need to address those problems. So yeah, John and I, we are pro-black. We want to help the black community, but that doesn't mean that we're anti-white. Doesn't mean that we're gonna, we hate white people or we hate anyone. It's just that we understand there's a problem in the black community and it needs to be addressed. And the best way, in order to address that, we need to address the economy, because the economy does affect our decision making. Whether or not you can get married, whether or not you can buy a house, whether or not you can have health insurance, it affects a great deal of our decision making. It affects on our young people. It affects on whether or not, if they can't get a job, they're going to say, hey, I need to find some way of getting money. And so that may be your decision, maybe doing something illegal. Well, we can prevent that by at least give that person, that young black man, an opportunity of saying, hey, you don't have to do this. Here is a job for you starting out at $40,000 a year, versus you selling, you might be selling drugs and it may be not taxable, but the tax is that you can get caught and you can go to prison, or you can die.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your opportunity of watching this video. Please consider our plea in supporting black businesses and also creating black businesses. It is a need for it, and it is a need for it right now. Again, we'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this video as we bring you more relevant topics concerning Black America as well as our justice system. This has been another edition of The Naked Truth.